tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Gators move into the red zone. First down. They're going to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Brought down, and the completion moves the ball down to the 4. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle. And we're all tied up now.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. He'll hand it off. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earning the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Play fake, looking to throw. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, he can't connect with the wide out that time. Incomplete. So second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Sayin. Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do. Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. And we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
They'll go hurry up here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Play action here on first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Looking for a receiver. He's running out of time here. Wrapped down the middle. It's Smith. They make the tackle all the way down to the 17. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Back, in motion now. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Third down play for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got it, looking for the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They were backed up to start the drive. Did some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Defense is coming after him. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They'll have to hurry now, second down with the clock ticking. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a short completion of a big tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to throw here. That's caught. It's Wilson. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. He lets it go on the move. He makes the grab. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On first and 10, looking to throw. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He knocks it through with confidence. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Springfield. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And the Gators will kick this away to start the second half. And the kickoff will be returned. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made in space. Look out. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A new set of downs after that completion. On the run, it's Peoples. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Gain makes it second and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. To throw, it's Saying. That's caught. It's Peoples.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
QB decides to keep it here. He's got the first and still going.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. He does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
And that pass ball is incomplete. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 24. Going again on 2nd and 10. The receiver grabs it, and he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play. Buckeyes are in the red zone. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's battled down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. He made good on his first try. This one is from 36 yards away. And that one's straight down the middle. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Handoff running right. They'll bring him down just short of the 20. The game makes it 2nd and medium. They're going to run it here. Right down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. He makes the grab. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Gators lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just get 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. This will be the 9th play on the drive. Play fake, looking to throw. Off target and incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Wilson.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. He lets it rip. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Catch made over the middle. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. With the catch, it's Tate. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Here we go. Third and short on the 7th play of this drive. Off the RPO, clock to the right. Now play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking to chuck it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Peoples.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Tight end goes in motion. A play action looking to throw. Quick throw to the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. This passing game is on fire today. So the offense flexing and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
See if they can convert the point after. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Makes the grab. It's Sturdivant.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He stays alive. On the run here, taking a deep shot. What a catch! The sophomore making an excellent catch there. The Gators come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack makes it second down and forever. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here they come on third and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Sturdivant. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Receiver makes the grab. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And here comes a deep shot. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down. The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 46. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Moves out of the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
And the Gators will line up now. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, drops back. The pocket breaking down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Usually you'd like to run the football this close to the goal line, but if you're going to throw it, I'd get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker so you don't have a risk of taking a sack.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Running back grabs it on the screen.
Well, they're going to come up short of the end zone, and now they've got an interesting dilemma on their hands. Down by a couple possessions, do they go for a field goal and hope to get the ball back with a chance potentially to win the game? Or this close, do they pull the trigger and take a chance to get the 6 points now?
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway. Will kick it away to start us off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So Clemson's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Important second down play coming up. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. The sure hands. It's Moore. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Shotgun formation here on third down. QB to the tight end for a completion. McGain is good enough for a first down near the 38. The Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. The quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. QB keeps it himself.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator to go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle finally made at the 37. First and 10 from there. Three guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking for some space. It's Davidson. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The game makes it second and medium. Looking for a man. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Receiver makes the catch. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So So Texas's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun handoff here. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. The offense now looking at a third and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Ball handed off. The Longhorns are going to keep this drive rolling.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Offense clicking now to first down at the 45. Keeping it on the ground here. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. Didn't expect to lose 4 in the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37. First and 10 now for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's got it in the open. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Manning. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Now they come up 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that battle.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. So it makes them one of the top backs in the country.
And now we'll try here for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the bottom. Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught quickly. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short game. And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Back to pass. It's Manning. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. Fresh set of downs to the offense after that first down completion. He's got room to run.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a second down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. He'll hand it off. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. Longhorns have first and 10 here. Keeps it on the draw. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. The offense now operating in the red zone. Quick throw caught over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. This is the 6th play on the drive. And they'll load it out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. 8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the left side. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain and bring up 4th down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Touchdown, Longhorns, as they put 6 more on the board. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
No problem with the PHC. The lead 14-3. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Running out of time in the pocket. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
And they pick up the first on the ground. Makes a nice move there. The Tigers bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. And they'll kick it away here. He'll field the punt. And the returner will be brought down. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. The important 3rd down play coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. First down and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Second down play coming up for this offense. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Wants to throw it. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Offense facing second and goal. Running back has it on a screen now. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. Looking to convert on third down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Direct snap. When he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. The coverage team brings him down in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Springfield. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
He's got it with room to run. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Because what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Texas!
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early, allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. To the air, it's Klubnik. They pressure him and sack him with a tackle inside the 10.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually comes home with a sack.
So back to their own 9-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Here's the throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the Tigers will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. They'll hand it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. The shotgun running play call. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Has the 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Longhorns pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's play action. The short completion of the tight end.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Man tackled after a small pickup there. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Back to throw. It's Manning. The receiver makes the catch. Oh, they pick it up. It's still a live ball. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make 1st down yardage.
Wow, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And the quarterback keeps it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds his target. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain in that completion. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass caught, can he get in? And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
Here's the point after attempt.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
31, 3.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. Let's see if a comeback is in store here as we start the fourth quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. And they get to completion. And the game just good enough for a first down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Pass caught. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw. Getting set. Here's second down. Looking to throw yet again. The pressure is coming. Grab down the middle. It's Davidson. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the runner takes off to his right. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. Well, finally, some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
Second and goal for the offense. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good. It's a 31-10 game. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, second down and 11. Leaning on the run game here. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up fourth down. Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position.
That punch sails out of bounds. There'll be no return this time. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. They'll run it here. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So the safety will set up a free kick. They'll boot it away from their 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. 1st down and 10 now. Handoff in a single back formation. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Didn't expect to lose 4 on the 1st down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll feed the back again. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback.